Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft with me, Gwent Gamer. Today we're going to be taking on an outpost and freeing a couple of friends. We're also going to attempt to fix this monstrosity of an orchard that I tried to build in between episodes that, well, quite clearly hasn't gone to plan. So recently I've been feeling really lonely around this place. There's nothing around for miles and it's just me and Gandalf over here. And okay, Gandalf makes great conversation, but he's kind of an ass and he's always making a mule of himself. Do you see what I did there? But recently I was talking to a wandering trader who told me that he's heard whispers of a trapped soul at a nearby outpost. And that got me thinking, what if we were to rescue said trapped soul? Do you think he would want to be our friend? I think he would. So that leaves us with one option. If we want to make more friends, we're going to have to go and rescue them ourselves from that outpost. Now, I imagine that taking down an outpost is going to be pretty hard, especially all on our own, and especially in hardcore mode. So, what I'm going to do is come over here and, I think it's in this one, I'm going to grab my spyglass, and we're going to take Gandalf over there to scout out the outpost before we make our move. So now we've got our camping supplies and our spyglass, all we need to do is hop on Gandalf and get moving over to that outpost. Now, I've been playing Minecraft for many years. However, one thing I've never done is take on an outpost. When I play usually, I normally just keep myself to myself and just try to make everything at home rather than going out and finding everything. So I'm not too sure on what to expect, so that's why it's going to be really crucial that we scout this area out as best we can. And look, there it is. Okay, they've got some pumpkin guards. They've got a cell over here. Maybe that's where our friend is. But I can see just in the distance, there's another cell all the way back there. We'll have to get a closer look if we want to really know what they've got going on over there. So I can see they've chosen a location on top of a hill. That's going to make it really difficult to sneak up on them. I've noticed there's a cave underneath, so maybe that could be a point of weakness. A nearby wood would also give us plenty of coverage if we wanted to go at it from that direction. I'm going to skirt around the edge of this and move into the woods for more cover and also to get a closer look at what type of enemies are guarding this place. I've managed to sneak up at it from the other side and now we get a really good look at what they've got guarding this place. Looks like the boss is up on top there and he's got a crossbow so he could shoot us and he's got really good lines of sight. Looks like there's a camp over here, some more pumpkin guards and another cage, and I can see movement in this cage. It looks like they've got a captive in there. Yeah, definitely a captive. Right, we've got a bit more elevation here and I can see that it's an iron golem inside this cell. So that's prisoner number 1. We'll need to make sure we rescue him. Okay, it looks like the next prison cell is being heavily guarded by this guy with an enchanted crossbow, and he's just called his friend. Wow, would you look at that? Those must be the trapped souls that the wandering trader was on about. I think we've scouted enough now. It's time to set up camp. We'll head back over to the forest for cover. I've been spotted. Oh no! Run away! They're after me. Can we outrun them? Oh my goodness, they're still after me. Run like the wind, Gandalf. They're still coming. Oh my goodness. Literally as I pressed play, a creeper must have come out of this cave and almost killed Gandalf. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I literally pressed play as a creeper snuck up on me. Oh my goodness, that was intense. Speaking of intense, we've got to get in a tent. I do think I've outrun the pillagers at least. Okay, I found a pretty nice spot over here to set up camp, so let's start terraforming this place and set our tent up as soon as possible. Right, I've managed to set camp up just in the nick of time. The sun has just set over this hill and Gandalf is outside keeping watch for us. In the morning, we take on the outpost. The sun is up, it's a new day, and overnight I've been plotting my plan of attack. I've drawn this map, and as you can see right here in the centre, we have the outpost. It's guarded by pillagers on all sides, and here I am over in the bushes, ready to launch my attack. We have 3 targets in this outpost. Target number 1 is friend number 1, and target number 2 is friend number 2. The third target is all the way up here on the top floor. There should be a loot box, which we need to try to get to. So here's the plan. I'm going to sneak across from the bushes over to friend 1. Once I get there, I'm going to release him, and then the pillagers are going to be drawn to him to try to get him back in his pen. While the pillagers are distracted with friend number 1, also known as Iron Golem, we're going to sneak back around here, all the way around here, and into the door on this side right here. We're then going to block off the door so that the pillagers can't get in, and we're going to make our way up the tower all the way to the top. Once we're up there, we're going to loot the box in the corner, and then we're going to make our way all the way back down and out the door. When we get out of the door, we've got to pray that our friend is still alive and going strong. And then we will sneak up to friend number 2 and release him as well. If all is a success, we should be able to take friend number 2 all the way back to friend number 1, and then hightail it out of there back to the woods. So now you've all seen the plan. You know what we've got to do. It's time to conquer the outpost. I'm going to leave Gandalf here because I don't want him to get wrecked by this. I would very much like to come back with an extra friend and without losing one. Our approach is simple. We just need to sneak up on this Iron Golem over here. I can't see any of them at the moment. No. Doesn't look like there's any about. Fortunately, we've got Swift Sneak on our boot, so we can sneak in undetected and relatively fast. Now, one of the first things I do need to do is scout out this outpost, and there's the door right there. Okay, I need to let my friend out. I don't actually have my axe or my hotbar. Let's get that. Hopefully, this guy will help us conquer this outpost. Can you get out of there? Come on, out you come. There we go. Friend number 1 has been released, everybody. And there's a pillager right there. And there we go. He's attracted the pillager. Oh, and yes, he's got him. Okay, now we just need to sneak into the outpost, board it up, and hope that no more spawn. There we go. And let's go all the way up to the top here. Let's get our sword on our hotbar just in case. I think we've picked a quiet time. They must all be in bed. Are there any up the top here? No, we're pretty good. Okay, that plan worked out a treat for us. There's not much in here. Okay, that was a pretty crap chest. I'm not gonna lie. Quick, let's get back down and help our next friend out. Are there any around? I think we're pretty good. Oh, here's one. He's gonna get us. Quick, get away from him. Let's get him. They must be out on patrol. Oh no, there's 2. There's another one. Okay, we need to lure them over here to our friend. Hopefully he'll get them. Oh, there's another. Okay, they've realised I'm here. They've definitely realised I'm here. And, oh, they keep spawning. They keep spawning. Let's see. Let's try and get this friend pretty quickly. Oh no. They've been waiting for me. They set a trap. They've set a trap. I'm stuck there on every side. Oh no, and they're going to get our friend. Let's quickly go and get him. Let's go and help him out. Oh, he got that one. Okay, here they are. They're loading up. No. Okay, let's get this friend out pretty quickly. We're going to need to give them something to hold. I've brought some apples. Okay, let's get them out of here. Looks like my Iron Golem friend really is paying off. There you go. You have that one. You have that one. And now follow me. Okay, I think this was a success. Yep, they're all gone. What a fantastic fantastic experience this was. We've defeated it. That was, I'm not going to lie, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. How do I get my iron golem friend to come with me now, though? Do they follow iron blocks? Maybe I should try and give them a... Do they follow this? Will you follow this? No. Is it emeralds they like? Maybe it's emeralds. Okay, let's repair him. And then we'll come back for him later. Okay, let's get into the woods. Come on, you guys. Quick. Over here. And we're safe, guys. We are safe. Oh, perfect. Here they come. And we are now up 2 friends. That couldn't have gone much better, really, could it? Okay, well, I'm going to leave the camp set up just in case we ever need to come back here. But for right now, I'm going to hightail it out of here with my 2 new friends and Gandalf still intact. And there it is. Home sweet home. We're back at last. I mean, it didn't take long because we can actually see the the outpost from here. It's just over there in the distance. But we are back and they shouldn't be able to get us all the way over here. The only thing we need to watch out for now is that they may come out on a raid and try to destroy my house. Okay, Gandalf, we're going to tie you back up over here. I'm actually going to replace these 2 bits of dirt as well. And I think we're just about ready to sleep again, guys. That took us all day. So now we've rescued our friends and I've enchanted this shiny new axe and this shiny new hoe. It's time for me to start taking down this absolutely atrocious orchard. I do need to build a new one, so I'll tear it all down and then we will rebuild, and hopefully, as soon as the flames stop, it will look 1,000,000 times better. It's incredible how some people manage to do more than 1 episode a week. You know, just clearing out this area took me about 1.5 hours, maybe even 2 hours to level it all off, take out all the trees. Yeah, just a horrendous amount of time. Crazy amounts of time. But it is finally at a point now where I can start thinking about how I'm going to plot out my orchard. I think I'm going to do an L shape. So we're going to start somewhere over here and we're going to go all the way down here and then all the way across the backside of the house over there. And I've decided to leave in the larger trees, so I haven't cut them down because I quite like them. And also, look at this. I'm thinking I can have a path coming down here, and then the path will actually come under these trees. I just think that looks so cool. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure something out. I'm gonna get some boundaries in place, and then hopefully we'll be able to better lay out our trees, and it will look, well, hopefully super duper cool. I've managed to lay out, well, I guess the layout. I've laid out the layout for this. I can't keep saying that, can I? I've laid out the plot for all of the trees. I've gone with this pattern. It's basically every 6 blocks there's going to be a tree. And then on this coastal region here, I'm going to have the bigger trees. Because in a typical orchard, you may not know this, but they'll have really large sort of fern trees, conifers, I don't know what they're called, but really large trees that kind of act as a wall for wind, basically. They keep the wind off of the more gentle tree. Well, the trees that need less, I don't know. They they keep the wind away. They stop wind from getting to like the apple trees and things, because that would be bad for the apples, which obviously would be bad for the cider. So like apple orchards, they'll have these big trees, and that will just act as windbreakers to keep the rest of the trees safe. And so that's what we're going to do here. We're going to have large trees on the outside. We're going to have a bunch of smaller trees on the inside, all different types, probably in quite nice areas, like nice rows. And then over here, I've basically, I don't know what to do with them because they're huge, absolutely massive. But we're going to have the mangrove trees growing out here, and just 2 will be fine because they grow absolutely massive, and I can't imagine we're going to have too much use for the type of wood that they will give us. Then over here, I've kind of broken up the pattern a little bit so that we can come through here with a nice path, and then back to the same old pattern over here. Hopefully this will look amazing once it's done, but who knows. So now my next job is to sort of decide which tree is going to go in which plot, and I'm also going to pretty up with some nice paths and some bushes and things. So yeah, bear with me. I'll be right back, and by that point, hopefully this place will be done. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I believe we have arrived at our destination. So I've used some greenery at the entrance of the orchard and some path blocks just to decorate, and also just to show us the best way to go around here. I've then put some bushes here because I don't want to cut these larger trees down. I want these to stay untouched, because unfortunately they produce this disgusting stuff, this podzol, and every time I grow one, I'll have to keep replacing this with regular old dirt. So I'm going to avoid that by just not cutting the larger ones of these down. But I've got a section of birch here at the front. Then I've got a section of oak here in the middle. Again, not going to cut this one down, but probably going to leave this like this because it looks like the trees have dropped, so that's quite nice. These are going to be the spruce that I do cut down. And then over here, we've got the mangrove. They're actually quite well hidden. This was just one mangrove. It grows so big, doesn't it? And then that was another one. See, I wouldn't mind if they grow straight like this every time, but because they have just this really random array of blocks at the bottom, I just can't be dealing with that. Oh, look, it's dropped one of these. So yeah, actually really pleased with that. I could possibly put some more this side, but I just don't feel like I'm going to need that many mangrove. And then the path, I needed to smooth that out. The path comes along here, and then again under these beautiful oak trees, and then I've got the more exotic trees here like the acacia, which can grow in any old direction, so I thought I'd put all those together. And the jungle, we've gone for the single stem jungle trees because they are much easier to chop down. Ultimately, they don't grow quite as big, although the bigger ones, I wouldn't be so bothered about using the bigger ones like back here right at the very back, because jungle, as far as I'm concerned, are not particularly hard to chop down. But I'm really pleased with this. Think it looks really good. We might get a bird's eye view from it now. I might go up on top of that mountain and take a look to see what it looks like from all the way up there. So yeah, actually, let's go and do that. Yeah, do you know what? I'm really happy with that. Really happy with it. This tree right here could be a little bit smaller. Like, it could fit in a little bit better, but I don't mind. I actually just wish this tree had grown bigger. But that's not bad. I can live with that. Yeah, pretty happy. On the whole, really happy with all of that. Think it's going to turn out really good, especially when all of the trees grow in. It's going to look really good. It's going to be an absolute mob trap, though. There's going to be mobs everywhere there. It's going to be really hard to get rid of them. But I believe that is going to be a problem for future Gwent, because that is where we're going to leave it for today. I need you all to do me a favour though before you head on out. Go on down and leave a like on this video if you enjoyed the layout of this episode. So if you like the story segment at the beginning, and if you like then the building bit that came later on, if you like that sort of thing, then let me know, because I'll do more episodes like this in the future. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm Gwent Gamer. Goodbye.